All right, we're taking a field trip today. This is a series about the Pennsylvania Magistrate. Just like the introduction. And this series, just to keep context, you have to treat it as one documentary in several uploaded pieces. So far as this documentary, first I want to talk about my experience with a magistrate. I want to start off by saying, I think it was 1990, I got pulled over at Beaver Meadows. Cop, it was an old guy, really cocky and arrogant, threatened to shoot my dog. I had a witness with me in the vehicle. And what actually took place that day, that's going to be like a separate video series. But anyway, he's telling me that if I try and fight the charge, that he's going to arrest me on 5 or 6 more charges. Well, anyway, I did the request a hearing, and I went before, I believe it was Hadzik. His office was in Beaver Meadows. I explained the situation. I was found not guilty. To me, that was the exception of the rule. And after the hearing was over, I asked the magistrate, I said, could I say something to this officer with the witness present? And I told that officer, I says, I spent a lot of money to defend myself. I missed 2 days worth of work. I said, but I'd spend $1,000 before I allow you to put $1 in your pocket, because what you do is this is nothing more than highway robbery to boost municipal funds. Needless to say, I didn't go through Beaver Meadows for a while. Now, concerning a magistrate, well, we had a president judge of Luzerne County. His name was Michael Cunahan. And he traded in his attorney number for an inmate number. He's in federal prison right now. There was several other judges and lawyers from Luzerne County got involved with this Kids for Cash scandal, as it was called. But see, we've had the tickets for cash for a long time. And something happened recently that really ticked me off, so now I'm going to do what I can to reform what goes on in a magistrate's office. Now, getting back to Michael Cunahan, well, he started off his career as a magistrate in Hazleton. Well, I bought a used truck that had a broken windshield, so I went to the junkyard and I bought a used windshield. Now, this windshield had an expired inspection sticker. Well, I put the windshield on. I replaced the windshield, but I didn't bother changing the scraping off the inspection sticker because it was expired, and the truck was parked. Cop gives me a citation for unauthorized use of an inspection sticker. So we have a hearing before Mike Cunahan, and he finds me guilty. I couldn't believe it. I said, first of all, it is not an inspection sticker anymore. It's expired. Second of all I was an inspection mechanic. To get a citation for an inspection sticker, it has to be a moving violation, or unless, if I scraped off a current sticker and placed it on another vehicle, then that would be different. But this was an expired, the inspection sticker was 2 years old, at least 2 years old. Doesn't matter, found guilty. Well, to me, what I'm about to say might hit your touchy button, but the trouble with government today is you got too many Catholics using too much Catholic ideology. This has been going on for a long time, especially in domestic relations. Oh, that's a different, that'll be a different subject. The place to reform the traffic court is at the magisterial level. These people are arrogant. They're part of the money club. To me, there is no such thing as an honorable magistrate, because if they don't play ball, they'll get someone who will. I have a different video about Jamie Dixon. He was a magistrate in Luzerne County. His documentary is the second part of a series called Opening Pandora's Box. I gotta make a clarification. I have nothing personal against any man or woman that is appointed or elected as a magistrate. But when you put on the robe, that's a different story. I expect you to honor your oath. If you want to become a magistrate, you've got to take an oath of office. It's filed at the Prefecturary's office, including a bond. Now, this recent time, a couple weeks ago, there was a hearing for my daughter in front of O'Donnell. And the mistake I made is that I should have went up to the courthouse. I should have got a copy of his bond and his oath of office. And I said, look, I accept it for value. If you're going to honor your oath, ask him a question. You're going to honor your oath today. Now here, my daughter got a bogus citation, and I was not allowed to represent her because I was not an attorney. I did not have a license. I was not a card-carrying, paying member of a cabal, the British Accredited Registry, otherwise known as the Bar Association, private corporation. And I'll talk more about that in the next part of this video. But as far as these magistrates, they're arrogant. They're cocky. They'll make a bad decision and they say, well, too bad, go appeal it. Because they don't care. It's not a court of record. So if I was to ever stand before another magistrate again, I'm going to bring their oath of office and their bond. Hold it up in my hand and ask them, you're going to honor your oath? Because if not, take this paper and wipe your ass with it because you've already desecrated it. I expect the man to honor his oath. Support and defend the Constitution, not the rules of a private corporation known as the Bar. And what is the Bar? It's just like a subsidiary of the Vatican, another bunch of Jesuits. Vatican. That's just, they're imposters. There's nothing, you can't pick up a Bible and use it to support what the Vatican does. The Vatican is just a Roman adaptation of Babylonian mythology. I mean, the Bar Association, they're like twin sisters between their costumes, their use of Latin, rituals, and you can't forget their titles of nobility. It sounded so impressive. The Honorable Michael Conahan, President Judge. Yeah, he's now the Honorable Inmate. Or these child molesting priests. The most holy reverend child molester. That sounds nice. Well, anyway, someday I'll do a series about my my viewpoints on this, the Catholic Corporation, otherwise known as a church. Just too many Catholics and using too much Catholic ideology. Basically, it's the Roman civil procedure for bureaucrats. Well, right now we're in Cunningham, and down the roadaways here is the office for O'Donnell. That's what I'm going to do the next part of this video. I can't stress enough again, I have nothing personal against the man. But he's just weak. He's a coward. He has no fidelity. He's part of a system that the inertia has been going on this way. If he doesn't play ball, they get rid of him. Now, I believe when I checked O'Donnell's oath of office, he was appointed. It was he was pre-selected as someone that was going to cooperate in the money club. So my strategy is I go before a magistrate. I'm going to get my money's worth. I'll call him a liar and a thief, a coward to his face. A prostitute on her knees or laying on her back has more honor than what they do in this office. Okay, we're almost here. Here we are. Let's try and position my vehicle. We can get a. It doesn't even look like he's open today, which is good. All right, but before this movie, before this post here, you see this guy here? He's the Hamburglar. He wears a black robe. And this is what these magistrates are. They're thieves. This is what comes to the traffic court. So this would be a good effigy for a magistrate. A thief. This is a picture that was in the local newspaper around 1985. I believe it was the Citizens' Voice newspaper. It shows a picture of 4 Luzerne County judges. In the middle is a priest. And it says, 3 members of the Luzerne County Court and a former member are communicants of the same church, St. Teresa, the Little Flower in South Wilkes-Barre. The group includes the latest addition to the bench, Gifford S. Capellini. Parish pastor is Reverend Harris Lewis. It says from the left are State Supreme Court Judge Peter Polishevsky, former member of the county bench, Judge Patrick J. Toole Jr., Reverend Father Lewis, Judge Bernard J. Pockasy, and Judge Capellini. Former members of the parish serving on the bench included Judge Arthur D. D'Alessandro and the late Judge Edward Lopato, who was also a member of the parish. Too many Catholics. And I often wondered how many of these judges were former altar boys and how many of them were molested. We don't have separation of church and state. This is courthouses today. They're Catholic courthouses. I just wanted to add this to the video.